much more? The way you jumped out that big 19-point lead, or the way things kind of collapsed and closed at the end when they made their run?
Missed the very first couple words.
Well, what stood out the most?
What stood out the most?
The performance, the way you built the lead, or the fact that Allison had more energy to get back in?
Probably, the second half, and I think, we're constantly trying to think about getting better, improving, and so I don't think anybody felt great about our defense. In the second half, there was lots of things, but it always starts with transition. So, but it's also good to, reference what was good in the first half and show that, and we want more of that and less of the second.
What, if any, adjustments do you guys make not having to deal with Avery Bradley at either end of the floor?
We're a team that kind of, I don't know, we just kind of approach every game almost the same, and we're not a big matchup or mismatch or, what they are or aren't doing. I think we just try and play basketball, make reads, make decisions, take what the game gives us. And, I guess it's a little bit surprising or unusual, but we don't put a lot of time or thought into him being there or not being there. We just got to continue to play and do what we do.
What does Bazemore mean to your team?
Yeah, he's been great. I think, his defense, his ability on the wing, his length, his athleticism, just competitive spirit defensively is great. And then offensively, I think the way he's grown as a shooter, and then attacking the basket. He's given us another guy that attacks and gets to the rim, gets to the paint. So it's just, I think those two-way players are the guys you're always looking for, and I think he's grown and developed into that.
What's been the key to him just being such a confident player? Because when you look at the cast that he's around, you're talking about 4 All-Stars, but he seems to, not be shy about feeling he belongs.
I'm not sure. I'm sure there's some probably proud parents and proud people around him, and he just has a natural confidence. And I think he's always been a great teammate. He's a great person, and so I think just his kind of approach to everything, and he comes in with a pep in his step, and I think it carries over to the way he plays. And he's definitely great to have, and I think that confidence is everybody's seeing it.
They said when things are getting tight, you might want to crack a joke or kind of get people laughing. Have you ever been when things are getting tight in pressure situations, do like a double take? Did Baze really just say that?
He must not be confident enough to say those in front of me. So I don't know. He may have, and I was probably too tight to remember it.
When they go smaller, is that an advantage for Al? How do you guys look at it?
I think the smaller groups out there, we tend to stick with our guys, whether it's Boston or whoever we're playing. I think Paul and Al are unique in that defensively they can keep up and guard smaller groups, and then if there's opportunities to play inside or play through the post or work the offensive boards, and those guys are perfectly capable of doing that. But really, they're good against smalls or bigs, and we play through them in the post in both situations. But there may be more opportunities for them.
Kyle hesitant, wanting to shoot towards the end because of his performance, and how do you convey to him, we need you to shoot, because Jeff said the percentages are going to work out. We want you to shoot the rock.
Yeah, no, I don't see him, pulling back at all. He took a huge shot with about 45 seconds to go. It didn't happen to go in, but I think everybody on the bench, including Kyle, everybody, feels like it's going in, and he never pulls back when he's open.
Anything different for Dennis? Considered that you weren't able to use him as much, and you had to use more of Jeff.
I think Dennis is I think going to have a bust-out game at any time. His work the last couple of days has been great. I think his mind is in the right place, and it's the playoffs, so sometimes you just have to do what's best in each individual game. And we're fortunate to have Dennis backing up Jeff, and we're confident he'll be good.
The Celtics don't always have Isaiah Thomas guarding your point guards, and I think you had Cephalosha guarding Isaiah at one point. How much do those cross matches affect the transition game?
Well, they can, especially if you're determined to get back to a certain matchup, which at least for us in transition, we just want to get back and guard anybody. We talk about not running to your own, and we have some principles and some things that we take care of in order. And but if you're a team or you have principles where you're prioritizing getting back to a certain person, I've seen where those cross matches can be a problem.
Mike, I know you use assistants, but now you've had a couple. I'm sure that's kind of the ultimate compliment for a head coach. That people are now noticing what you're doing here and what y'all have done as an organization. Just what is that sort of say about what y'all are doing here? Another assistant heading off to be a head coach.
Well, I think it says a lot about Kenny. He's helped make our program what it is, and very happy for him and his family. I think it's a well-deserved opportunity. Knowing Kenny well, he's been a great friend, a great assistant. Sean Marks is the same. Sean Marks is a great friend. I think together those two guys are taking the right steps to build a winning program and a winning culture in Brooklyn. And very happy for Kenny. I think it's credit to our players and to the entire group, our organization. So he and Quinn to be able to do that. It does give, I think, the organization and our players and our group, mostly we're just very happy for them, but I think it says that hopefully we're doing things in a good way here.
I know this is not college, you don't have to worry about him doing the old where he's got to go recruit half the time, but does anything change with him kind of in sort of limbo? Not really limbo, but so to speak, but I'm sure he's fully focused here, but does anything change with that sort of down the road for him?
No, and both Kenny and Sean have been great about making it very clear how important it is that he finishes, his responsibility here, his focus on the playoffs, his focus on the Hawks. And if you know Kenny, he's very thorough, very competitive. He's going to want to make sure we're doing everything we can to do, advance and do as much as we can before he takes that next step. So Sean's been great about that. Kenny understands it, and we're confident that Kenny will be totally focused, just like our players.